Good morning, everybody. It's a Pooza Thursday for those South Africans out there, and then you get the Americans just like it's Thirsty Thursday. Good morning, everybody. You're currently streaming live with us in the Nation South on Attenville TV. This is the Crack It Down show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. And if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details, which you'll find at the bottom right of the screen right there. Or you could use the bottom column where it says live chat. Now, as you know, we always have a jam-packed show for you every single weekday, every morning for 1 full hour. Alright, so in today's show, you know we always open up the show with Wacky and Simpson. We're going to talk about, don't laugh, we're going to talk about demons in Indian mythology. And as always, we end up the show with a bit of entertainment. So stay exactly where you are. We're going to come back straight after this commercial break.
The ultimate accessory. The latest shiny thing. Mesmerized. Trying to keep up, but never getting ahead in an endless cycle of spending. In this world of constant upgrades, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are currently streaming live with us right here on Attenville TV. You know we're streaming in the Nation South, right? That's my home, baby. Alright. So if you are watching the show for the very first time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you haven't done it already, please remember subscribing to this channel allows you to comment and like this channel. Alright, so for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kimera Heeralal. I'm your host on the show on the Crack It Down. Interact with us in studio today as the contact details are right there, or you can use the bottom column right there. Alright, so today we're talking about disturbing demons in Indian mythology. But before we get to that, just wait there. Let's open up the show with Wacky and Simpson's prank. I'd like to buy a degree. Check him out.
Welcome to Affordable Degrees. We offer students affordable and accredited degrees online. If you want to talk to an advisor for assistance, dial 1. If you are already a student and want...
This is David. How can I help?
I just want to inquire about buying a degree.
Well, you can apply based on the experience that you have. We can have your work experience converted into credit hours if you can get the approval for a certain degree program.
Okay.
Can you tell me
about
your educational background?
Okay, can I get like any degree that I want based on my experience?
Well, it has to be related to the work experience that you have. If you have, for example, experience in management, you cannot really go ahead and get a degree in engineering or something related to nursing, for example.
Okay.
The degree has to be related to the work experience that you have.
Okay, and can I get it from any university, like Harvard?
No, not any university, sir. We are only affiliated to Rocheville University.
Yeah, okay. I want to be a lawyer.
A lawyer?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How many years of work experience do you have?
10, 12... No, it's going on 12 years now, yeah.
12 years. What exactly is it that you do now?
I work in a call center.
A call center. Now, why do you want to go for something that you have no idea what it's like to be? I mean...
I know I could do it, man.
Okay, all right.
I got a lot of...
Can you tell me a bit about your educational background and the work experience that you have?
Okay, let me be frank and honest with you. I've got this psycho wife, all right, that always picks a fight and stuff, and we get into major arguments, and I always win the arguments.
Okay.
So I think, based on that experience, I could be a fantastic lawyer. And I'm talking about, I mean, I know you studied for 7 years. I've been in this marriage for 10, and I have won every single argument since.
Okay.
You must actually see it. I'm unbelievable in an argument. I either use one of 3 techniques, very clever wordplay, or you know what I always do? I have good triggers. I always bring up stuff from the past.
Okay.
Or if I'm backed into a corner, then I just start crying. Works every time. Yeah.
Okay.
Who are you on the phone with?
Oh, here we go again. Sorry, mate. Just hold on. There's my wife in the background. What's that?
Where were you last night? Why did you come home at 3 a.m.?
Listen, I'm on the phone.
I don't care. Answer the question, you cheating pig.
Shut your pie hole, you swamp donkey. I was playing pool with my mates.
Oh, yeah, right. You're at your girlfriend's house again.
No, I was not. Listen, keep quiet or I'm going to take away your credit card.
Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry.
I'm so sorry you had to hear that, man. You know, do you see how I actually won that argument? And you know what? I was actually at my girlfriend's house last night. Yeah.
Okay.
So, where do I sign up for this thing?
Well, you cannot really go for a degree program, depending, based on the domestic issues that you have. I think you're missing the point here. This kind of experiences is not really something that will be counted towards a degree program.
Yeah.
All right, I would suggest you look somewhere else, sir. I would wish you all the best. You take care.
Listen, man, if you don't give me this degree, I'm going to sue you.
Now, you do me a favor.
Yes.
Hang up the phone or I'll let you know how to hang up.
Sorry?
Wacky and Simpson, everybody, live right here on Actonville TV. Don't go anywhere, we're talking about demons in Indian mythology when we come back.
Look at slide 4.
Becky, don't lose your cool. Think of the quarter pounder. It will taste like sunshine on a rainy day. Oh, so make it a day, the quarter pound away. Da 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 da.
Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are currently streaming with us live in Malaysia South on Actonville TV. This is the Crackadown Show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. And if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details that you'll find at the bottom right of your screen, or you could use the bottom column where it says live chat. So today we're talking about demons in Indian mythology, right? And I mean, a demon is a malevolent supernatural entity. Now, let's understand them better according to the Hindu mythology. Now, I mean, a hero, to be a hero, needs a demon around, right? Now, a demon is a malevolent supernatural entity, and historically, belief in demons or stories about demons occurs in religion, okay, occultism, literature, fiction, mythology, and folklore. Now, as well as in media such as, you get your comics, your comic books, your video games, your movies, your anime, and your television series. Now, today we're going to check Rachel Fisher. She's coming up with the top 10 demons in Indian mythology. Here, coming up at number 10 is the Monokwa. Check it out.
The world seems to have demons around every corner. If you needed more reasons to fear the dark, then I present you today's list. From evil witches to the king of demons, today we review our top 10 disturbing demons in Indian mythology. Let's get started. Heads up, guys, I'm probably gonna brutalize some of these pronunciations because they aren't everywhere, and as well as, I'm just awful at them. So here we go. I welcome correction as always. Number 10, Monokwa. The Monokwa is a terrifying creature with sharp edges who violently scratches off the faces of his victims and leaves them for dead. What it precisely looks like varies, but a common depiction describes it as like a hairy spider with soulless eyes. Spiders already have soulless eyes. Anyways, though it sounds like the stuff of legend, in the early 2000s, the town of Kanpur, India blamed several attacks on the creature. Several people reported attacks at night and awoke with strange abrasions on their faces. But the strangest part is that they didn't remember anything before or after the attack. The Monokwa is known for attacking only at night, and strange blackouts also occurred in the town. Police as well as civilians became so convinced that the Monokwa was attacking their community that they led special searches at night, and then all at once the attacks stopped, though other parts of the country have had similar unexplained attacks. So is it real? Probably, I don't know.
Another demon name that I've just heard of is called the Andaka. Now, Andaka is the name of a wicked asura who was slain by Shiva and Parvati in the Hindu literature. Now, numerous Hindu texts such as the Matsya Purana or the Karma Purana and the Linga Purana, the Padma Purana and the Shiva Purana make reference to this actual tale. Now, he is said to have 2,000 eyes in addition to having 1,000 arms and 1,000 heads. Now, in different versions, he has 2,000 arms and 2,000 legs. Now, Andaka is referred to as the son of Shiva and Parvati in some of his stories. Coming up next at number 9, we got the Nishidak.
Number 9, Nishidak. Ever think you heard someone calling your name, but no one is there? Well, if you do, make sure you wait until at least the 3rd time before you go looking. A Nishidak is a dark entity that lures travelers deep into the forest areas by making it sound like a loved one is calling to you. If curiosity gets the better of you, it will lead you to a deserted area away from help and reveal itself in a terrifying form. After that, you're done for. The Nishidak will devour you and you will have no chance of escape. But remember how I said to wait for the 3rd call? That's because it can only call out your name twice. So if the voices end after the 2nd call, then keep walking, as it's sure to be the Nishidak.
The Aranasura. Now, the Arana was a strong Asura who lived in the city of the deities. He traveled to the Ganges River banks in the Himalayas and performed a stringent penance to Brahma. Now, whom he believed to be the Daitya's guardian. Now, as Brahma watched the Daitya's penance and resolve, he came down to greet him. Arunasura was given the boon of not dying in a battle by arms or weapons, by men or women, or by bipedal or quadrupedal creatures, or by any combination of the two. Now, despite the refusal to grant him immortality, this blessing gave Arunasura the courage to summon all the other Daityas living in the nether regions and fight the deities in a final battle. The conceited Aruna invaded Devaloka and advanced to capture Kailasa. And that's where he was killed by Brahmari. Coming in at number 8 this morning, a Nail Bar.
Number 8, Nail Bar. I'm sure I'm not the only one who would be creeped out to hear a knock on my door far too late in the evening. A knock on my door in general is weird. Use the doorbell. Or just, call first. Everybody texts to say you're here. When friends come over, they're like, I'm here. They never knock. It's weird to hear a knock in the first place. Anyways, if not for anything else, but the Nail Ba. Her name was written on the doors and walls of small towns and villages in Bangalore to deter the spirit from entering. She is believed to be a dark demonic demon or spirit who walks the streets visiting people's houses. Some variations of the myth say that she is the spirit of a wandering bride seeking her husband. If you open the door to receive her, she will take the man of the house and bring bad luck to the household. Apparently, she speaks in the voices of your friends and family in order to appear more trustworthy. The villagers write her name on the door to ward her off.
Asura. Asura Indic religions include a group of beings known as Asuras. Now, the most benevolent devas, also known as the Suras in Hinduism, are said to be related to these clans, which are described as power-seeking. Now, the word is occasionally translated as Titan, demigod, or anti-god in its Buddhist context. Coming up next at number 7, we have Bopa.
Number 7, Boba. We've touched on sleep paralysis and the lore that surrounds it a bit on this channel, but for those who are unfamiliar, sleep paralysis is a common occurrence during what are called night terrors. Different from nightmares, which you can kind of shake yourself out of. Sleep paralysis is a state where your body remains entirely asleep, but your mind is awake, so you're literally frozen where your eyes are just looking around. Imagine your dreams or your nightmares standing in your bedroom. Many people report seeing odd shadowy shapes and feeling a pressure on their chest, which could be the result of the Boba. The Boba is a dark, shadowy entity that preys on those who sleep on their back. It strangles its victims to death while asleep and is said to be a paranormal explanation for sleep paralysis.
Bakasura. Bakasura, also known as Baka or the Kashwa in the Hindu epic Mahabharata, is a Rakshasa. Now, the Rakshasa lived in the forest near Ekachapura, and in exchange for defending the kingdom from invaders. Now, he actually terrorizes its citizens and devours them at all. So, the helpless king is rendered powerless. The people reach an agreement with their tormentor. They will send him large quantities of food every week, which will consume they will consume it along with a cart driver who delivers them. Now, Bhima is eventually sent out to kill Bakasura under the direction of his mother, Kanti. Now, in order to save the life of the Brahmin host, which it is his turn to deliver the cartload, and this is quite scary. But coming in at number 6, let's check out Bach.
Number 6, Bach. Do you have a fear of dark water or not being able to see the bottom of the water? I get that. It gets dark down there and anything could be lurking beneath us as we swim, even the Bach. The Bach is a grotesque creature who lurks near ponds and lakes and would do anything for a good meal of fish. The Bach is a common belief in the state of Assam, where fishermen rarely fish at night without garlic or chilies on them, because that's the only way to ward them off. Otherwise, the Bach will come from the water and disguise itself as a good friend. It'll be like, hey, what are you doing here? Let's walk. It will walk with you for a bit and then strike. Not only will it steal the catch of the day, it will either bury you in the ground or drag you beneath the depths of the water. Ooh, terrifying actually. That sounds awful. I hate that. I actually kind of always have that like weird imaginary moment when I'm walking by the ocean, but you didn't need to know that.
Demons in Indian mythology, guys. Let's take a little break. We'll come back and tell you a bit more about this.
I put a spell on you. Because you're mine. Oh, because you're mine. Because you're mine.
Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are currently watching us live in the Nation South, streaming on Attenville TV. This is the Crackadan Show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. And if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen, or you could use the bottom column where it says live chat. Now, as before we kicked into the commercial, we were talking about demons in Indian mythology. Coming in at number 5, as Rachel Fisher is helping us out here with the Vitalas.
Number 5, Vitalis. Vitalis are kind of like vampire-esque creature, except some gross extensions on their choice of cuisine. I always find this interesting that there are patterns around the world that kind of explain something. It's just interesting to me. They are dark creatures that live in cremation grounds and seek corpses to latch onto. They can leave vessels as they please, but while occupied, they must use their magic to fuel their host with blood. Legend says that a Vitala is created every time a child dies and isn't given the proper burial rites. Once the Vitala finds a body, it slithers inside, twisting the face in a way that makes the eyes turn into slits, and some say they resemble fruit bats. When the Vitala sucks blood from a living human, it allows the Vitala to live forever, but that doesn't mean it's done gorging itself.
Ugh, that's a little freaky. Alright, I found another one. Okay, just remember now, Rachel Fisher is doing the top 10. I'm just doing demons that I found out during my research. Now, there's another one called Bali Raj. Okay, remember we're doing Indian mythology rather. Okay, so Bali Raj, we're talking about Bali Raj now. Now, Mahabali, also known as Bali in Dresden, or Malvi, is actually a Hindu Dayatya king. Now, he is a Prahlada's grandson and a descendant of the sage Kashyapa. Now, many versions of this legend can be found in an ancient text such as the Shatapatha Brahmana and the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, and various other Puranas as well. Now, according to Hindu mythology, he was banished beneath the earth into the Patala, called the netherworld, by Vishnu's avatar Vamana. Now, Mahabali, also known as the Chandrajivi, is one of the 8 immortals and is expected to become king of Svarga, known as heaven, in the next yuga. Coming up next at number 4, we got the Hiranyakashipu.
Number 4, Hiranyakashipu. Now let's talk about the king of demons, a proud, egotistical king who would stop at nothing until all kingdoms worshipped him. He wanted all to believe that he was the creator of the universe and that no one could control him, but even his own son refused to worship him. You could imagine that wasn't a very good look for an almighty ruler, so of course he tried to have his son killed. Every time he tried, he failed. Even when he asked his own sister to burn his son alive, he emerged unharmed. Vishnu protected him, and because the prideful god could not be killed by human, diva, or animal, Vishnu created a blend of creatures, creating something entirely different. It was called the Narasimha, and one day at twilight, he laid on the demon's lap and disemboweled him with his claws. Bye bye, King of Demons. Enjoy storming the castle.
Bhuta. Now, Bhuta in the Indian subcontinent popular culture, literature, and some ancient texts, a Bhuta or Bhuta or Bhuti is a supernatural creature. And it's usually the ghost of the deceased person, right? And the origins of Bhutas vary by region and community, but they are usually thought to be, well, perturbed and restless due to some factor that prevents them from progressing to the transmigration, non-being, nirvana, swarga, or naraka, depending on the tradition. Now, this could be due to a violent death or something unresolved issues in their lives, or simply their survivors' failure to perform proper funerals. Now, the Bhuta spirits of defied heroes, fierce and evil beings, Hindu deities and animals and so on are incorrectly referred to as ghosts or even demons. Now, this is when they are actually protective and benevolent beings. Though they can cause harm in their violent forms, because they are extremely powerful, they can also be appeased through worship or offerings known as Bhuta Aradhana. Coming up next at number 3, Raktabija.
Number 3, the Raktabija. Raktabija wasn't just one demon, but had the potential to be thousands all at once. If one drop of his blood hit the ground, another Raktabija would form, and worse than that, the creature would actually get more powerful when a new version of himself formed. As you can imagine, he was pretty hard to defeat. So the gods combined all of their power and created Kali, the destroyer of demons, a grotesque looking goddess decorated with bloody limbs. During their battle, of course, his blood poured onto the ground from his wounds, creating thousands of demons. But instead of letting the blood drop to the floor, Kali Mata pierced him and drank the blood flowing from her tongue. She drank every single drop until another army could no longer emerge.
Let's talk about Kabanda now. Now, Kabanda is the Rakshasa, meaning demon, right? So Kabanda is a demon in Hinduism who is killed and released from a curse by the god Rama and avatar of Vishnu. Basically, this demon and his brother Lakshmana, the legend of Kabanda can be found in the Hindu epics Ramayana and Mahabharata, as well as later Ramayana adaptations. Now, the Kabanda was the Gandharva named Vishvavasu, or also known as Danu, who was cursed and turned into an ugly, carnivorous demon by Indra, the king of heaven, and also the Ashtavakra, a sage. So he was the one who actually advised Rama to form an alliance with Sagriva in order to find Rama's wife Sita, now who had been actually kidnapped by Ravana, the demon king of Lanka. Now, following Kabanda's advice, Rama's befriends Sagriva and enlists his assistance in rescuing Sita. Another one is the I hope I'm saying this correctly, the Kumbhakarna. Alright, so the Kumbhakarna is actually powerful. It's a powerful Rakshasa and Ravana's younger brother in the Hindu epic Ramayana. Despite his enormous size and appetite, he is described in Hindu text as virtuous character and a great warrior. Now, during Rama's invasion of Lanka, he is said to have slaughtered 8,000 Vanaras. Now, in the one version, there's different versions of the story, so we'll talk about this throughout the show, right? Now, but in one version of the story, the Kumbhakarna, accompanied by his brother Ravana and Vibhishana, performed a major yajna to appease Brahma. Now, Indra was concerned and jealous of the Kumbhakarna's strength, so he went to Brahma for Kumbhakarna's boon, which could be fulfilled. Now, when Kumbhakarna asked for his boon, the goddess Saraswati, who acted on Indra's request, tied his tongue Instead of Indrasana, Indra's throne, he requested Nidrasana for bed sleeping. Now, Nidrasana actually means bed for sleeping. Now, his request was granted immediately. However, a boon, his mother Ravana requested that Brahma remove the curse, and Brahma reduced it to sleeping for 6 months. Now, after which he would sleep again as soon as his appetite was satisfied. Coming in at number 2, the Putana.
Number 2, Putana. Putana was an evil demon who was apt to taking the lives of the young wherever she could. When the god Krishna was just a baby, he was put on earth to help rid the world of demons. Upon hearing this, Putana disguised herself as a beautiful young woman, and nobody thought twice when letting her into the room. She laced her chest with poison so when she fed the babe, he would die, but the opposite happened. Krishna sucked the life force from her and she died in agony. Despite her intentions, Putana is also considered as a kind of foster mother to Krishna because she offered him milk. I don't know. Even though it was poisoned, she is also personified as an infantile disease or a bird symbolizing danger or warning of bad mothers.
As we are streaming live, we welcome comments on our YouTube channel. We've got Nishi Heeralal coming in this morning saying, "Good morning, Kimera." Good morning, Nishi. Oh, by the way, Nishi, you missed the beginning of the show. There is a demon called Nishi Dark at number 9 in our top 10 demons in Indian mythology. It's quite fun. Backtrack it and watch the show a little bit later. You'll see it. Alright, so as we're talking about disturbing demons in Indian mythology, this one was quite disturbing to me because I'm a Hindu myself. Okay, there's a demon called Kali. Okay, so now according to the Kalki Purana, okay, he is a huge being the color of soot with a large tongue and an actual terrible stench. Now, he was born with a pasti, meaning a worship bone, and the Kalki Purana says that this Asura, meaning this demon, chooses gambling, liquor, prostitution, slaughter, and gold as his permanent abodes. According to the Sanskrit English dictionary, Kali is of a class of mythic beings related to the Gandharvas and rumored to be very, very fond of gambling. Now, the Bhagavata Purana describes that Kali is a brownish-skinned Asura, meaning a demon, with a dog-like face. And this is protruding fangs with pointed ears and long green bushy hair, dressed in a red loin cloth and golden jewelry. This was actually quite scary because the name of the name Kali actually refers to one of our gods in our culture. But yeah, looking at another demon called the Miricha. So it's actually Marichi. Or is it Maricha? Okay, the Maricha or the Marichi is a demon in the Hindu epic Ramayana who was killed by Rama, and the epic's hero and avatar of Lord Vishnu. Now, he is mentioned as an ally of Ravana, the epic's antagonist. Now, his most notable exploit is his involvement in the kidnapping of Rama's wife, Sita. Hanuman killed his son Kalanemi. Now, Mirachi, like his mother, Tataka, and brother Sabahu, was cursed to be a Rakshasa and spent his early life terrorizing the sages. Now, Rama defeated him at the request of the sage Vishvamitra, and he tried to kill Rama again, but he had to flee for his life. Now, the Miracha eventually took on the form of a golden deer and assisted Ravana in kidnapping Sita. Looking at the Puloman, Puloman, the Puloman. Now, the Puloman, the Asura king, rules from the subterranean realm of Patala, which contains the primary form of all wealth. Now, this is why Lakshmi is also known as Palumi and Patala Navasini or Patala resident. In Hinduism, the Danava Puloman is a father of Sakchi, Indra's wife, and Indra killed Puloman and took his daughter as his consort. Coming in at number 1 by Rachel Fisher, the Narakasura. Sorry about that. Check it out.
Number 1, Narakasura. Narakasura essentially belongs on every top 10 list we've ever done about evil killers. He was a demon king in Hindu mythology and ruled over Praxapuram, a cruel and ruthless killer his people wished they could be free of him. One of the worst things he did was kidnap and torment 1,600 women just because he felt like it. He would also extend his bloodlust towards any who angered him or simply crossed his path. As a result of his cruelty, his people approached the god Krishna and begged him to intervene. And that was our top 10 list of disturbing demons in Indian mythology.
Thank you so much, Rachel Fisher, for helping us out with disturbing demons in Indian mythology. It was an interesting show. I wonder if those things are really, really true. But yeah, hey, according to some of the stories and according to my cultural beliefs, they are true. All right, we'll come back straight after this commercial break. Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are currently streaming live with us in the Nation South on Attenville TV. This is the Crack of Dawn show with myself, Kimera and Heeralal as your host. And if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details that you'll find at the bottom right of your screen, or you could use the bottom column where it says live chat. Interact with us in studio today as we are live. And if you are celebrating a birthday today, I know somebody out there is celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday to you if you celebrating, and if you're watching the show. And if you want to give your shout outs live on the show, you can do so at the bottom column, or you could use our contact details, but we prefer that you use our WhatsApp line. I've been told our email is down. Our WhatsApp line is you'll find at the bottom right. It's 074-660-5829. 074-660-5829. Interact with us in the studio today. If you are celebrating a birthday, if you're celebrating an anniversary, if you're writing exams, good luck to you. I know lots of people are writing either modules, or they're doing their exams or their portfolio, so good luck to everybody on your journey. All right, so we've got a lot of music coming up, a lot of entertainment, and you know Attenville TV is all about showcasing talent. So coming up today, as we are celebrating a song that was done for the first time by a band called First to 11, all the way in Canada. They are performing for us Bring Me to Life by Evanescence. Check them out. to Life was done by Evanescence, but who you just saw now was First to 11 all the way in Canada. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for sending in your content. Now, for those of you who also have that very, very same talent, take your smartphone, okay, and capture your talent and send it to us. Okay, since we're having bad email problems, I'm sure you guys know how to zip a file and WhatsApp it to 074-660-5829. We will take in any content which showcases talent, as that's what we do right here on Attenville TV. All right. So it's 7:38 on the clock, and well, we were talking about, for those of you who missed the show, okay, oopsies, we usually go live at 7 a.m. on the dot, so please join us again tomorrow, same time, same place. Don't be late. But I've just been informed that you can go to the bottom bar, on YouTube, and you can rewind as we are still live. So yeah, we got Dashni Manikam coming in on YouTube saying, "Good morning, money honey." Yeah, you're the girl next door. Yeah. Okay, so this morning we spoke about disturbing demons in Indian mythology. Now let's look at the terrifying mythology creatures that are actually from around the world, not just in the Hindu culture. Now this we're doing this globally. Now there's tales of different monsters and beasts and demons that have haunted us for thousands and thousands of years. I personally can tell you there have been funny activities which only I could see, and I was the only one experiencing it. Nobody could see it or see what was happening to me, so I'm not gonna really go into depth with that one. But everybody has had a supernatural experience at least one time in their lives. Not everybody will be open about it. Not everybody will actually share that story with you, because it's either humiliating or should I say it could be some kind of trauma that you don't want to talk about it. And especially when it comes to the Christian belief, they believe that if you say it out loud and you confess it to the world, it will happen or it will come to term. So I totally get that. Alright, so there are tales of monsters and beasts and demons that have haunted us for thousands and many of years, as I've mentioned before. Now, I have a couple that people have shared from around the world, and people have chose to stay anonymous on the show, as I told you. So not everybody's open to speaking about these things. Now, all through the history of the world has told stories of the fantastical creatures. Now, many of these beings were considered wondrous and incredible. And however, the reverse side must also exist, occupied by terrifying mythological creatures. Now, they say that the only intention of these monsters was seemingly to wreak havoc and destruction. They also love to strike fear and torment their victims, which was actually it's inhumane if you ask me. Okay, but anyways, let's start with this one that I found. It's called the Joragumo, the terrifying mythological Japanese spider seducer. Now, the Japanese mythology, a Joragumo was a deadly hybrid creature that could transform from a spider into a beautiful woman to seduce victims to their death. Now, this story goes that when a Joragumo spider, a common species found in Japan actually, reached 400 years, it gained the power to shapeshift and develop an appetite for human flesh. Now, disguised as beautiful women, the Joragumo were able to enchant and lure men into their web of lies. Now, their webs were constructed of silk threads so robust that once trapped, no man could actually possibly escape. It's not possible. Now, the Joragumo would then administer their lethal venom, gradually weakening their victim to savor their prey as long as possible. Now, a slow and painful demise for their victim. So sorry, victim, if you know this, it's Joragumo. Check that thing out. Check that spider out. It's quite a common thing. Not here, overseas. Coming up next, as we're keeping you well entertained, we've got Peter Andre's Mysterious Girl, and it is covered by Cool Vibes, and these people are from the Solomon Islands. Check them out.
The bass. I said tonight is your lucky night. Cool Vibes upon the back, we sing it up one time. Ready? I stop and stare at you, walking on the shore. I try and concentrate, my mind wants to explore. The tropical stare of you fix me up above. Girl, when I look at you, all I fall in love. Oh, know that you look so fine. Girl, I wanna make you mine. Oh, I want to be with woman. watching the sun go down as night is drifting in. We can get close enough, I feel the warmth within. 'Cause I'm looking in your eyes, feel the showing light. Girl, when you touch me, it's time to take it through the night. Oh, girl, I wanna be with you. Oh, wanna spend the night with you. Oh, I want to be with you. Again, just like again. Oh, girl, I wanna do to you. Oh, all the things you want me to. Oh, I need to be with woman that I love. Baby girl, let your love be released. Oh, mysterious girl, I wanna get close to you. Oh, mysterious girl, move your body close to mine. Say, the bass, say, well, I've been sitting right up home, hoping you'll call and find me. Hear your voice, I feel 10 feet. That body where you have, I make the man, them a bowl, man. Trip over man when time your name. Cause your pretty looks around me like a flowers a bloom. And I love the smell of your El Salvador perfume. Your personality alone light up the room. Just one kiss alone and make me a go boom. Oh, mysterious girl, I wanna get close to you. So close to you, my baby. Oh, mysterious girl, move your body close to mine. Again. Oh, mysterious girl, I wanna get close to you. So close to you, my baby. Oh, mysterious girl, move your body close to mine. The bass, boom. Tell you why we have desire, and you alone set me up on fire. Me tell them, tell you why we have desire, and you alone, the bass. We love you. Bless.
Oh, mysterious girl, I wanna get close to you. Boop, boop, boop. Doesn't that song bring back memories? Taking me back in time. Oh, great memories. All right. So as I've told you guys, if you want to interact with us in the studio today, you know you can, as we're live at the bottom column where it says live chat. As we got Saloshna Naika coming in on YouTube, she says, good morning. Morning, honey. It's been a while. Thank you so much for supporting the show and joining us in the morning as we have moved on from the disturbing demons in Indian mythology. I moved to Japan, but hey, as we want to keep you entertained on this Crackadad show, as it is a Puza Thursday. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Coming up next, now everybody knows that song by Scrubs, TLC. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. Okay. Let's see. This cover version by Nick. She probably does it better than me. Check her out. Come on.
Scrub is a guy who thinks he's fly, is also known as a buster. Always a talking about what he wants, sits on his broke. And so I don't want your number, no. I don't wanna give you mine, and I don't wanna meet you nowhere. Don't want none of your time. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's right, trying to holler at me. Yeah. Scrub is a guy, no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's right. Listen, the scrub checking me, but his game is pretty weak. Know that he cannot approach me, 'cause I'm looking like class and he's looking like trash. Get with a deadbeat, I say so. I don't want your number, I don't wanna give you mine, and I don't wanna meet you nowhere. Don't want none of your time. Hey, scrub is a guy, no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side, oh, trying to holler at me. live at home with your mama. Oh yes, I know I'm talking to you. And if you have a shorty that you don't show love, oh yes, I'm talking to you. Wanna get with me with no money? Oh no, I don't want no. I don't want no scrub. Hey, baby. Woo. No, hey. No, I don't want no scrub. Scrubbers, they gotta can't get no love from me. Try to holler at me. I don't want it no more. If you can spatially expand my horizons, then that leaves you in a class for scrubs, never rising. I don't find it surprising if you don't have the G's to please me and bounce from here to the coast of overseas. So, let me give you something to think about. Intending that your mind's with intentions to ten you out. Never get the focus of the picture in front of me. You as clear as DVD on digital TV screen. Satisfy my appetite with something spectacular. Take your vernacular, and then I get back to ya with double like precision. Insatiable is what I envision. Got to take a solution from your present position. No mister, think Willie, if you really wanna know. I said I could not be a silly hey. Not really deep eyes and over singing guys stepping on your feet like they don't hear me though. I don't want no scrubbers. Get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side. Scrubbers, they gotta get no love from me. Banging up the passenger side, best friends ride, trying to holler at me, baby.
Woo! Kicking it up and enjoying this Throwback Thursdays, baby, right here on the Crackadan show. That was Scrubs, well covered by Too Unique. You guys know the original is actually by TLC, but what a lovely job, you guys. Beautiful. So for those of you who just joined us, you are a little late for the show as we go live at 7 o'clock. What you actually missed on your Throwback Thursdays was Bring Me to Life. You know, the one by Evanescence. It was covered today by First to 11 from Canada. And then we had Mysterious Girl, which the original singer is Peter Andre. Today it was covered by Cool Vibes from the Solomon Islands. And what you just heard right now was Scrubs. Original is TLC, covered by Too Unique. Now it's 7:52 at the clock. We got a couple of minutes left, but as we always end of the show with some fun facts early in the morning. I know you're probably like, Kimera, we don't learn in the morning. You gotta learn some exercise for your brain. Alright, so let's start off with the fun facts now. Did you know? It's like the chappy bubblegum. Did you know? Okay, so minus 40 degrees Celsius is exactly the same as minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Did you know that? No. But wow. Alright. So okay, let's check out this. So let's go a little more into that fun fact. Now, it says that it is indeed true. Celsius and Fahrenheit are two different temperature scales. That's what I was thinking. But they say the Fahrenheit and the Celsius intersect at one point and they equal at minus 40 degrees and minus 40 Fahrenheit. Fun fact! So if you ever get to minus 40, which I doubt because that is cold. But if you ever get to that, you say, yeah, I know what it feels like. No, you won't be saying, yeah, you won't even care. Alright, moving on to your fun facts this morning. Did you know chocolate can kill dogs? For those of you who feed your doggies chockies when you're chilling in front of the TV, listen. Chocolate can kill dogs as it contains theobromine, and which affects their heart and their nervous system. So yeah, that's an ugly one. I've seen people when they're eating, they'll take a little piece and give it to the dog. Big no. I mean, chocolate actually consists of an ingredient called a theobromine, which I just mentioned. It's similar to caffeine, for those of you who don't know what that is. And it's actually very toxic to dogs, okay? It's like you drinking rat poison, you get what I'm saying? So basically, dogs are not capable of breaking it down, or their metabolism. It's not like it doesn't run the way human beings' metabolism runs. So basically, the theobromine, which is like caffeine, majorly affects a dog's central nervous system and their heart and their kidneys. So basically, every single part or every single organ in their body will start to fail. Stop feeding your doggies your junk food. That is why they have their own. Alright, here's another fun fact coming up next for you. It's women blink nearly twice as much as men. I think that's true. When they speak. Especially when they flirt or when they want something from you. Okay, so this is like a pure myth, I think. But blink rates are pretty identical of both the sexes, I think. Because I even know of gay men who blink more than anybody. So scientists have suggested that the interval between blink nearly about 2 to 10 seconds. Let's check it out. 1, 2, 3. Nah, it's a lot of blinking right there. I don't know. What do you think? Alright, for those of you just joined the show, interact with me in the studio today. Tell me, how many times a day do you think you do that? I've got a lot of people that work with computers and they do this. And then I'll tell the guys at work, dude, blink. And you go, Alright, fun fact for today. Another one is, it is impossible to lick your elbow. Jeez, I got lipstick on. I want to try. It's impossible to lick your elbow. Yeah, I think so too. Alright, another fun fact for the day. People say, bless you, when you sneeze, because when you sneeze, your heart stops for a millisecond. I think I shared this with one of my closies, one of my friends. I actually learned that from, well, I was in school. I just can't remember where, but I remember learning it from the time I was in high school. Another fun fact, it is physically impossible for pigs to look up into the sky. Aww. Oh, shame. Oh, sorry. Okay. Here's another one. The sixth this is a tongue twister. Let me say it slowly. The sixth sheep's sick is said to be the toughest tongue twister in the English language. I can't say it. Did you hear how I messed it up the first time? Oh my god. Alright, here's another one. Rhythm. Rhythm is the longest English word without a vowel. Did you know that rhythm is a dancer? Yes. Okay, sorry. Okay, it's coming to that time where we're gonna have to love and leave you. But wait, before you go, here's another one. If you're at work already at the office, if you sneeze too hard, you can fracture a rib. Yeah. If you try to suppress a sneeze, you can rupture a blood vessel in your head or neck and actually die. For those of you that go and holding it in, you can die. Did you know that? Dangerous. So please, guys, sneezing too hard and trying to hold in a sneeze is very dangerous. You can actually die, and it's a fact, eh? By the way. Just by the way. Okay, last but not least, before we go, it's almost time to go. Okay, so here's the last fact, right? Each king in a deck of playing cards represents a great king from history. Let me give you something like a quick history lesson. Now the clubs, you guys know the clubs? Alexander the Great is on there. The spades is actually King David. Alright? The diamonds is Julius Caesar. And the hearts is Charlemagne. Alright, that's all the time we have for today, folks. Hope you had fun with your fun facts. Hope you enjoyed the show with disturbing demons in Indian mythology. And I hope you especially enjoyed our entertainment here on the Crack It On. Well, guys, it's time to love and leave you. From myself, Kimera, Heeralal. Check you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the morning. It's going to be rough. It looks like load shedding is taking over everything. The country, South Africa, our country has decided we will rule your schedule, we will rule your life. But yeah. No, but we'll talk about this a little bit later, as we know tomorrow's a holiday, man. So sleep a little late. We'll go live at 10 a.m. in the morning, right here in Lenasia South, live on Actonville TV. From myself, Kimera, Heeralal, have a blessed day. Bye-bye.